This is Lakey's second final appearance of the year, so she'll be wanting to get that win as we see her taking off now.
We can hear the cheers from the beach as Lakey Peterson opens up on her first wave, snap off the top. You can see those windy conditions really starting to come into play, Rosie.
Yeah, we've seen that wind kick up a notch. That tide still has about an hour to drain out. But Lakey, when she took off on that wave, it had a nice steep takeoff to it, but then it didn't really give her that bowly section to work with. I was a little bit disappointed with that wave for Lakey.
A little difficult to take that one as a pick in the lineup, but it's been so fun today as well just to see the women get off to that early start in the semifinals to take some victory laps on their way through. And now Lakey Peterson up and riding, fighting her way through this wave, looking for that first pocket to open up, and she connects through. She'll stick with this one on her feet, have a look to see if it's going to have another double up, and it won't. So she'll get another score on the board, just that 1.23 that she opened up with. This will improve on her situation, Rosie.
It's been looking like the woman to beat throughout this event window.
Yeah, this wave a bit flat, but I think Lakey just wanted to stay nice and busy under priority, and like we were saying, you know, some of these waves can offer up some big bowly chunky sections. Yeah, I think exactly what Strada was saying there, as we say, Lakey on a sort of inside drainer here, hoping this one actually walls up.
Sets up for that first opening turn, throws it up into the lip, now drives around the pocket into that second lip, and she'll go down with the bump.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity there for Lakey, but yeah, as we could see, that one doubled up. Steph was too far out for it, and Lakey obviously searching for those waves that will have those, you know, more punchy sections to do those big, you know, big turns that she loves to do.
It was really exciting to finally see Punta Roca come alive yesterday as well. Lakey Peterson now with an opportunity in front of her, setting up that first maneuver, drives back into the pocket, and she'll kick out as well on that second turn.
For Lakey, that was that watershed moment. She went on to win, like you said, dropping lines. Huge moment in her career. See her taking off.
She's been a little more active in this heat than Steph Gilmore. Finds a first good turn, gets that drift in the tail, nice snap off the lip, and now driving down, working her way, keeping that flow in her surfing, regardless of the bump on the face of this wave, smashes that last turn and puts it in for a clean finish, and finally gets that feeling, Laura.
Wow, fist pump there for Lakey. That would have felt good. You know, that wave looked so wobbly taking off, but she just found the sweet, juicy sections to get some really, really good surfing done.
The great semi-final against Gabriel. But what I like from Lakey right here, there was more flow in this wave than what I've seen maybe from her throughout the event. Definitely working with some tricky section, but finding that connection in her equipment to get over those bumps, even using that last little bump as like a springboard to get her through that section, and then hammers it again. So yeah, you can spend so much time sitting on your board waiting for that first opportunity, and I think Lakey just sprung into action here. You know, you can get kind of leady legs and think about what you're going to do on your next wave. I think Lakey just executed her plan to perfection on this wave.
Wow, look at that, a 6.67 for this wave here for Lakey, under Steph's priority. You know what, that she was rolling the dice, and this is exactly what she needs to do under priority, to find one of these waves that was going to hit this inside section and just give these fun sections. This looked like a really... It's the board that you'll put like 4 board socks on and wrap every single wetsuit around to make sure it's just perfectly safe on flights, as we see Steph taking off on a nice looking wave.
Taking off on one of her magic boards as well. Straight up into the lip for the first section for Gilmore. Races around and engages with the second. Wave is looking good so far for her as she wraps it around and gets that punch towards the finish. Now hoping this wave will stand up for something dynamic. And she gets that bit of variety and push out of the tail. Harry feeling stoked in the Red Bull Athlete Zone, Rosie.
With 10 minutes to go, you know, she waited so long, only 2 0.5s in her scoreline that first section. I love how compressed she got at the bottom, almost wobbled off, but back into that tail kick out, big slash and a wrap here. We love to see this from Steph. And yeah, just making sure she finishes this wave off nice and strong. I just love everything that she does with her body to, you know, kick out her knee and her back foot and her arms. Everything that she does is just so spot on.
She really waited for this first section to stand up for her too. It was so interesting just seeing, you know, her wave knowledge here, and just the knowledge of the boils of where that's really going to stand up so that it can project her forward. Gonna love to see the comparison to the 667 from Lakey.
Lakey having a look here. Wave bowling up in front of her for that first turn. enters and exits with a lot of speed as she comes into the second as well. And that wave starting to kind of taper off for her. She does well to negotiate it and to add a lot of power.
I think the 3.0 in a scoreline is going to be gone. And let's get a look at it. Just beautiful one through.
Lakey's wraps. Her technique is next to none. She's got that wrap and that body torque that she just rips her arms around and just throws so much spray and nothing on the inside as we see Steph here at the back.
Steph looking for a score to move up into the lead. Nice snap under the lip to start. Great second turn. Now lining it up through the inside for that third. Wider wrap on her forehand carve, and she snaps through for the finish. She won't be able to find that projection out.
Something really small, 3.3 to get into the lead, so I would dare say she's done it with this wave. A nice slash off the top there into the next turn here, and I love the way she read this through. And it had a little bonus section on the inside, but unfortunately couldn't hold on to this last turn.
Scores through for the last of Lakey Peterson. It was a 4-point ride, so it did increase the situation as we take one more look at Steph Gilmore.
Something I'm seeing in Stephanie's equipment, it just looks like she's got a bit more volume throughout the surfboard, and she's able to throw it around so nicely. She's nice and tall, about 5'11", I would say, so just that length of board gives her the ability.
Lakey's now looking just under priority. She's going to lock into this nugget. She's only chasing a 6.34, but it's going to need to really offer maybe a little bit of size, definitely those bowley sections. Absolutely insane. A 33rd championship tour win for Steph Gilmore to start the season missing out on Pipeline, then to not even know if she was going to make it past the midseason cut, Rosie, to finally finding victory, to locking herself in at number 3 in the world alongside Brisa Hennessy. They'll be tied in the rankings. She has found victory as your Surf City El Salvador Pro Champion this week.
Yeah, I mean, champion is the word that comes to mind when you think of Steph Gilmore. Like you said, she's had just such a up and down season. So to have this win, this one's got to feel really sweet. I look forward to catching up with her on the sand and just hearing her thoughts about this 33rd victory. What an animal. I mean, complete goat of our sport.
This has been such a roller coaster year for her.